Hi, my name is Chelsea Barber, and I am working on a master's degree at the University of Massachusetts in Boston. I am about to complete a master's degree in early childhood education. For the last 3 credits of my time at UMass, I participated in an independent study. I worked for a wonderful program in Brookline called the Parent-Child Home Program. It was important for me to work there because I teach in Brookline and I also live in Brookline, and it's a wonderful community-based program. I connected with Debbie Fellman, who is the coordinator for the Parent-Child Home Program, and she took me along on several site visits. And I also got to participate in a playgroup at a low-income housing project. And we sang a lot of songs with the families, and we read, and we played educational games. Following the site visits, I had an opportunity to sit down with Debbie Fellman and debrief on some of the work that she and I did during my independent study working with the Parent-Child Home Program. Debbie, can you tell me the history of the Parent-Child Home Program?
Absolutely. So I am Debbie Fellman, and I am the co-coordinator of the Parent-Child Home Program in Brookline. Parent-Child Home Program is a national program. Brookline's model has been around for 15 years. We have been, my co-coordinator and myself have been running it for the last 4 years, and it's the two of us as directors or co-coordinators, and we have a staff of 6 home visitors. Parent-Child Home Program, the national model, has been around for 50 years. It was started by a woman named Phyllis Lowenstein in New York, and it started in the housing project of Bedford-Stuyvesant. The model of Parent-Child Home Program is a way of bringing literacy and language into the homes of children 16 months to 4 years of age. It's also a program that instills confidence in moms or parents. It could be dads, it could be grandparents, it could be guardians in their role as their child's first teacher. We do it through the use of beautiful toys and books, and a 2-year commitment on the part of the families with whom we work.
Last semester, I took a fantastic course about early intervention, and one big assignment for the course was finding community resources. And when I learned about the Parent-Child Home Program, I was able to connect what they do back to my work at UMass about community resources. This program, the Parent-Child Home Program, is such a phenomenal resource for families, mostly families who are non-English speaking and are uneducated about how to work with their children in the areas of literacy and language development. Why was it important for me to be a part of the team meeting?
So Chelsea, you came to our supervision meeting, and it was so wonderful to have you there because that's really the core of what we do when we're not actually in the home with our families. So with our home visitors, every week for 2 hours a week, it's usually on Thursdays, in fact it's always on Thursdays, our 6 home visitors, my co-coordinator and myself, gather in a conference room and discuss at length all of our recent visits with our particular families. And we do it with a model of reflective supervision. So we give our visitors the opportunity to really think about not only what the session was about anecdotally, but what they bring to the home as a home visitor and what the takeaway is in regard to the confidence, hopefully, that the parent is building as they really start to see themselves as their child's first teacher. One of our biggest roles, too, is that parenting can be so incredibly isolating. I believe in the home that you visited, it was a non-English speaking home. I think it was Russian, actually. Yes. And one of the things we have found, regardless of what country these families come from, whether it's Ethiopia, Japan, Korea, Russia, Chechnya, wherever they're from, there is a real isolation to many of our parents. So when we come, it is much more than just a visit. It really is a time for connection between the professional and the mom or the dad or the grandparent. It's also this wonderful triad that goes on between the person visiting, the child, and the mother.
Debbie, why did you start the Playgroup for the Parent-Child Home Program?
So one of the best things we did this year was to start this remarkable Parent-Child Home Program Playgroup every week on a Tuesday at public housing. And the reason we did this is we really, because of the amount of funds from the grant, we didn't have enough money to be able to serve more families, more children. By creating a playgroup, we were able to cast the net wider, and we were able to pull in a lot more families from public housing and other areas around the town who heard about it, and really fulfill these families' needs in so many different ways we never even anticipated. It was a beautiful experience for both parents and children.
This independent study was a perfect capstone to my master's degree in early childhood education at UMass Boston. What was wonderful about the work that I did at the Parent-Child Home Program is I was able to take everything that I learned at UMass Boston and apply it to my work with the Parent-Child Home Program. Now I can take what I've learned through the Parent-Child Home Program back to my community of Brookline and back to the school where I teach, and I'll have it with me for the rest of my teaching career.